Hey Fins fans, what's crackin'? It's your die-hard Dolphins brother here, the one who's been screaming at the TV since Dan Marino was slinging lasers. And man, if this 2025 season hasn't got us all gripping our aqua jerseys like a lifeline in a hurricane. Picture the chaos. We're staring down a 4-7 barrel after that gut-wrenching start. Tyreek Hill's knee sidelining our speed demon in Week 4, and now the front office is flipping like a bad coin toss. But hold up, what if I drop this bomb? Stephen Ross is plotting a power trio that could lock in Mike McDaniel's wizardry while hunting the perfect GM to rebuild our empire? Yeah, Dolphins news is exploding with layers of drama. From interim boss Champ Kelly's fate to QB whispers that could shake Tua's throne. And trust me, this ain't just smoke. It's the fire we need to rally. Buckle up as we unpack 15 pulse-pounding segments of Dolphins' destiny. Who's with me on believing this reset turns heartbreak into hard rock roars? Drop your gut take below right now. McDaniel, stay or go. Man, fins up crew, let's kick this off raw. That mutual split with Chris Greer on October 31st hit like a blindside sack after 26 years of blood, sweat, and those draft hauls that birthed Hill and Waddle from the Tunsil tree. Ross didn't mince words. We must improve in 2025, 2026, and beyond. And boom, Champ Kelly steps in as interim GM. The guy who orchestrated that Jaylon Phillips trade to Philly for a 2026 third-rounder just before the deadline. It's our first external GM hunt since Dennis Hickey flamed out, and with the team's 2-7 skid-turning heads, 3 straight losses before snapping it against Atlanta, this feels like the dawn of something seismic. Scouting overhauls incoming, folks. But here's the hook that keeps me up at night. Albert Breer from MMQB dropped intel that this ain't a solo act. Ross is eyeing a 3-headed beast for football ops, blending Kelly's scouting smarts with Cap, Wizard Brandon Shore, and McDaniel's offensive flair. Imagine it. No more lopsided power plays, just aligned vision to fix our 22nd ranked EPA per play offense without Hill's Jets. Fins fans, does this structure scream stability or set up for more drama? Hit the comments, your vibes are my playbook. And tying it to our bye-week blues, with 5 players like Devon Achane stepping up, 225 yards from scrimmage versus Buffalo. This reset's got teeth. Recent firings of co-directors Adam Engroff and Anthony Hunt clear the deck for fresh blood. Dolphins Nation, if Kelly sticks beyond interim, does that seal McDaniel's fate? Let's dissect deeper. Your passion's the fuel. Zooming into the GM candidates lighting up the rumor mill, starting with Champ Kelly himself, our interim rock who's got that Raiders pedigree and just flipped Phillips for picks that pad our 2026 war chest to 8 selections. At 44, Kelly's the in-house ace, blending personnel savvy with a cool head amid our 4-7 grind. And fresh Dolphins news from The Athletic screams he's a finalist alongside Colts Ed Dodds, whose Cap wizardry turned Indy into contenders. Dodds? Man, he's the dark horse. Assistant GM up north, master of balancing books like Shore does here, and pairing him with McDaniel could unlock that Lions/Rams 3-headed model Breer hyped. Stats don't lie. Teams with empowered cap chiefs like Shore average 8.2 wins post-rebuild, per PFF trends, and with our $56.4 million Tua cap hit looming, Dodds' touch could be gold. Fins, would you greenlight Dodds dropping everything for Miami Magic? This hunt's got suspense dripping. Breer's breadcrumbs hint Ross favors keepers like McDaniel, but only if we snag 4 of 6 down the stretch. Dolphins faithful, picture Kelly or Dodds scouting that next hill, game changer? Spill your dream hire. Comments are calling. Shifting gears to Alec Halaby, Eagles assistant GM who's rebuilt Philly's trenches into NFC beasts. Dude's analytics brain turned their O-line from sieve to shutdown, allowing just 1.2 sacks per game last season. For us, post-Armstead retirement vibes and Austin Jackson's injury curse. Half games missed in 4 of 5 years. Halaby's the blueprint to fortify Tua's pocket. But layers, right? Breer warns imbalanced structures sink even stars. Halaby thrives in collaborative hives, not solo silos, so folding him into Shore McDaniel Kelly? Chef's kiss for our physical pivot. Hey Fins, Eagles envy or nah? Would Halbay's edge rush revamp? Hello, post-Chubb era? Get your blood pumping? Drop it below. And don't sleep on Ray Agnew from Detroit, Lions assistant GM who's turned their D into a top 5 unit. 7 sacks from aides like Aiden Hutchinson mirroring our edge voids after Phillips' exit. Agnew's personnel I spotted gems like Alam McNeil, Imagine him mining 2026 for that next Chop Robinson compliment. This picks pure storytelling. From Greer's whiffs, Igbinogene busts, to Agnew's hits, building that sustained success Ross craves. Dolphins squad, Agnew for the win or pass. Your takes keep this convo electric. Next up, John Eric Sullivan, Packers VP of Player Personnel, Green Bay's quiet architect, stocking their WR room with Christian Watson types who stretch fields like we dream post-Hill. Sullivan's 3-year streak of day 2 steals, per PFF, could reload our passing game, sputtering at 20.5 ppg without our cheetah. Breer's lots of layers echoes here. Sullivan fits the three-headed ideal, scouting focused under a McDaniel umbrella, dodging the overhead that scares candidates. Fins fans, Packers poach worth the risk. Sullivan scripting Waddle 2.0? Let's hear your bold call in the replies. Suspending the intrigue. If McDaniel coaches us to .500 for wins left. Ross keeps his guy, per ESPN insiders, but flops mean full sweep. Sullivan's the bridge builder for hybrid harmony. Dolphins news alert. Packers 10-win pace screams his methods work. Tag a buddy debating this hire. Ian Cunningham from the Bears, Chicago's assistant GM who's flipped their secondary from Swiss cheese to shut down. Top 10 passes defended last year. Perfect for our banged-up CB crew. Brents, Duck, Matra all IR. Cunningham's youth movement mirrors our Trader Jr. rookie flash. But the gamble? Bears QB carousel warns of chaos without alignment. Pairing him with McDaniel's motion offense could clash if not structured right. Hey Fins, Cunningham's de-overhaul or too risky? Comments open. Your wisdom's gold. This narrative arcs like our season. Early stumbles to late surges. Cunningham as the defensive dawn post-Greer purge. With front office cleanouts, Engroff, Hunt gone. He's the fresh start. Dolphins Nation, dream secondary with him at helm? Rapping candidates, Andy Weidel from Pittsburgh, Steelers assistant GM, Trench Terror who's fortified their lines for 4.1 yards per carry rushes, echoing our chain MVP push, team high 800+ yards already. Weidel's cap dances saved Pitt $20 million last offseason. Hello, post-Juden free.